Hey, water signs. What's up, y'all? Happy motherfucking 2021. This is going to be your January 4th through the 10th, 2021 reading. Remember, these are general readings, so you can go to GratefulDrakeTarot.com to book a private reading if you'd like that. You can also hit me up in my DMs at grateful_Drake if you have questions. Remember, also, I do additional readings on my Instagram page at grateful_Drake every Tuesdays and Fridays. So when you can catch a free reading, why not? Let me breathe. Remember to like this video. It's very helpful. Of course, subscribe. I would appreciate it. Leave a comment if something resonates. And the best way to give back is to share these videos. All right, y'all. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's get into your motherfucking reading. I changed my reading space up, so I'm gazing out the window. It is getting dark, but I can still see the trees right now and an occasional bird. So if you see me gazing out the window, I apologize for the no eye contact. I know, it's funny. It's funny to say eye contact when I'm making eye contact with the lens. But I know you guys are here. I can feel you. So we're together. So that's why I feel like I have to apologize, because I feel like, hey, why is she look at me in the eye? I see you, boo. I see you. All right, y'all. So I have some new decks up here. We're going to use more Oracle today than usual. Actually did a reading for myself over the weekend, and I recorded it the way I would a client reading, and it really changed my life. It really changed my life. And what I found was I used Oracle decks, a lot of Oracle decks with my reading, and I read a lot, and that really solidified. It was like I was hearing spirit tell me direct messages about how I'm loved, and it was just different hearing it that way. Anyway, so let's get going. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okay, so bottom of the deck's the Hierophant reversed. So let's get to what I see first, and then we'll talk about what that means to me. So I have a situation here. I see a situation here. I see one side, and then I see the other side. So there's two sides of this story. There's two ways of looking at this. On one hand, some of you guys are really trying to manifest or have found a relationship that's really a spiritual relationship that feels incredibly grounded and feels really lovely. So the first two cards out on this side are the High Priestess and the Four of Wands. So these are marriages and commitments and unions with people that make us feel. These are marriages and commitments and unions with people that are really grounded and rooted in spirituality, but also that you don't need all the fucking fuss and the muss. It's really a relationship or a union with someone that's very sacred. I don't need you to make me feel better. You don't need me to do this for you so that you can feel this or that. This is really being, you know who the fuck you are, and your guidance comes from within in regards to this union. On the other side of this spread, I see a lot of conflict, and I see probably what's kind of making me feel, this is making me feel like you want this great union. However, there's a whole other side to you that is stuck in the past and that remembers the conflict from growing up. And so there's kind of this memory of the conflict, which makes it hard for you to maybe even imagine or to stay grounded in a relationship that needs less gratification from the other person. Okay, So there's something probably from your childhood that makes it hard for you to see a relationship that would be so grounded and so wise like that. This really is about a reflection of self, and what work have you done on yourself to help you really get to know who you are first. How can you possibly... Oh, they want to vacuum right now. How can you possibly give somebody what you have not yet cultivated within yourself? So in between these two stories, here we have the Two of Swords. So this is kind of at a crossroads. You are at a point in your life where it's time to make some choices. Whether you have this partner or not, now's the time to do the serious work that needs to be done so that you're ready. No, Siri, see, don't be playing with me doing that. I didn't call you. I gotta shut that off. So now's the time. Don't delay. Because otherwise you're going to drag all your childhood shit into the next relationship. You have to go back, for some of you guys, have to go back and love that little you and do some work there. There's some conflict in regards to how you feel about little you, and maybe the attention he or she didn't get, or the needs that weren't met for that little person that is you. And maybe we grew up in families, in households where parents were not able to see, recognize, or just physically able to give us everything that we needed. There may have been a lot of chaos for some of you guys. So the thought of manifesting a relationship that's based out of like a deep, quiet path feels like, yeah, right, like unachievable. The bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant reversed, and he's actually the counterpart to the High Priestess. So this really tells me that some of us really feel the need to find comfort in relationships outside of ourselves first. So we're doing things backward. The Hierophant is the path of a spiritual teacher. He teaches, he's the outward experience of the spiritual. So the High Priestess is the inward spiritual practice, the inward spiritual experience, getting information from higher sources by getting quiet, where the Hierophant is the teacher. He takes the rules, the regulations, the structure of the religion, and he teaches it. Okay, he's very structured about it. There's a plan, a path about it. So he's the outward experience of the spirituality. He came reversed. So for some of you guys with these connections, these bonds that you're trying to make, or that you're trying to, solidify with somebody, you're going to have to remember that you cannot say what you want and it sound good unless you've actually done the internal work. The Hierophant also represents people who possibly take advantage of us when we're vulnerable. These are usually, adults that are abusing children in some way. It could be neglect, like that type of abuse, or it could actually be physical or sexual trauma, okay? So there's something that feels very much like from your past or from your youth that's showing up here. Look at this. 5 of Wands and 6 of Cups, okay? Fighting, quarreling, and this is childhood. Some of you guys are having issues with your own children even, okay? Could be issues with your children, fighting and stuff. And you feel like at a crossroads, you're trying to keep the family together, you're trying to hold it down, but it's hard. Let's go into the Oracle. Okay, that was pretty, we'll start here. Let's get a little bit of additional information here for water signs. All of a sudden, I got hungry. I need to eat. I need to eat. Water signs, please. 3 cards. Clarification, please. 3 clarification cards. Ooh, what time is it? I just realized my little one's going to be home pretty soon. 1. Oh, ooh, that looks like 3. Is that 3? Did I get so lucky? It's 2. Okay. Water signs. Cut. So you guys got, this is a time of expansion. This week for you, you got the World card that came underneath this 2 of Swords. So this tells me a story. This tells me that this crossroads you're at with these themes. This week will bring an ending and a completion, not an ending, a completion of a phase. So hopefully this helps open your eyes, because there's something that's ready to be healed. We want to do some healing around these topics, okay? So we're going to cross this bridge and there will be some completion here. Around the World card, which is our completion card, rebirth card, we have King of Cups and 4 of Cups. So these are healing of emotional things, okay? King of Cups is mastery of emotion. And 4 of Cups talks about feeling kind of like a feeling of like, this can never get better. Kind of a sad, overwhelming feeling of like having trouble seeing this circumstance in any other way. Being a little pessimistic and a little bit like kind of giving up on the situation. So we're leaving that energy, or that may be energy that comes up for you a lot, like a little bit like, I don't even fucking want this. Like, I don't even know where to start, okay? But it's coming up to be healed. Let's check the bottom of the deck. The Death card. Yeah, so I started to say ending, and I was like, no, it's not the Death card. And then what do we have? We have the Death card. So this is coming to an ending, right? We're healing this shit. We're getting better. Can't nobody tell me shit no more. Fuck you, parents. Fuck you, society. Fuck you, culture. Fuck you for fucking me up. But guess what? Ta-da! Now it's yours. So now you gotta do something about it. Water signs. Cut. Wow. Okay, friends. Y'all got number 33, sexual arts. So it just kind of feels like, let me pull the book. But it feels like, look at this picture. There's a depth of intimacy that goes beyond just intercourse, right? There's something much deeper here with this couple. Very sacred, like the high priestess with the 4 of Wands. There's a depth of passion and a depth of creativity that's trying to be, that is in the conception stage, or maybe it's already conceived already. You've already thought these things, so that's the conception. But the kind of the growth of this process that's growing within you, wanting to create this really great intimacy that you've yet to experience. A sense of safety with somebody else that you've yet to experience. Friends, this sense of safety and intimacy, especially if you're single right now and you don't share your body, or you don't have a romantic situation that you share this with anybody, this is all going to start with yourself. So we practice these things alone first. By loving yourself first, being kind to you, being gentle with you, treating yourself the way you would your family member's baby. Just being shit girl, shit boy. You know, been through some shit, so just take it easy. Okay. Let me just read a little bit of this. Is this the right book? No, it's not. I was like, wait, why does this look different? The fuck is this? Oh, there it is. Bring more light into your sexuality. Sex energy only occurs where there is sexual polarity. Everyone has both masculine and feminine qualities to gift each other. The only time there is sexual spark is when one person is embodying more of their masculine energy and the other person is embodying more of their feminine energy. The masculine is the unchanging witness, presence, direction, decision-making, trying to bring everything to closure and consciousness itself. The feminine is change, life force, light, flowing movement, Mother Nature, and emotions. Do not buy into the myth that sexual attraction eventually dies in long-term relationships. Okay, that's what I am talking about, friends. I'm trying to manifest a situation that goes beyond what the initial chemistry is, so that when we 30 years down the line, I'm still like, bruh, this motherfucker is fine. I still want to jump his bones. So anyway, that just really that I felt that. I was like, no, that's not true, because my last relationship, I was like, so quickly it happened. I was like, you are so ugly. I don't even fucking touch me. You're so gross, because of the way he, treated me. It just was such a turnoff. But sexual polarity is an art that takes practice. It can be so subtle and lasts a lifetime if you are constantly reinventing your gifts and using an open heart. So if you stay in touch with yourself, starts with self. So those of you who are single actually are in a great place. If you already in a relationship, you won't have to figure out how to work on that shit, because if you're alone, if you're single, then you can begin this process a little easier, because you're alone. You're forced to be alone. You can still work on these things in a relationship. I myself just have never had that experience. I wouldn't know what I would have to tell him to leave on the weekends or something, because I just feel grateful that I'm getting these things. I'm learning them now so that I can do this, get this down before he gets here. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry, if you're in a relationship, you can still work on this stuff. You just have to try and get a little bit more quiet time so that you can reflect more. Water signs. Gossip. Okay, so the Hierophant reversed also feels the energy of that card can be kind of mean, a little vindictive. So there is something about what's happening right now that feels, are you being gossipy? Do you feel people around you are being gossipy? And realizing how hurtful and damaging that is to your evolution. Woo! I recently spent some time with some homegirls. Everybody was like, and I was like super mindful. And I caught myself. I almost said something that really didn't need to be said. And I kept it to myself. And I was really proud of that, because in the past, like, when you're with a group of people, it just feels like you just want to spill that stuff because that's what everybody's doing. But then I'm more mindful and more aware than I ever have been before. So I caught it. I was like, now what's the purpose for you to say that? You really didn't need to go, right? You really don't need to say this. This is not, they're not going to look at you like you're any better for saying this. You can keep this to yourself because that's somebody else's business, right? Uniqueness of others, naivety, support for your vision, lack of appreciation, and refocusing your life. Uniqueness of others, naivety, support of your vision, lack of appreciation, refocusing your life. Refocusing your life. So this card also represents you staying on course, on track, being true to yourself, being authentic with your process. Being authentic, be true to you. Ooh, she's so thick. Fucking deck is crazy. Trying to shuffle that. You ever just want to hurry up and get old? So it's softer. The cards get softer. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think 2 cards came out. Oh, 3. Okay, let's do this. Intuition, flexibility, inventiveness. So you guys got intuition. This card is the Queen of Cups card. So water sign energy showing up for you guys. Look at the moon there. Okay. This is like High Priestess. The Queen of Cups is similar to the High Priestess, right? They both have water element in them. They both symbolize your ability to go there, to get quiet. Sometimes when I'm doing my visualizations, I kind of see myself in water like this. Usually I go underwater, but it's kind of like a cleansing, kind of supportive feeling that I get. But where do you need to go within your own psyche, within your process, to help you be able to do some of this healing? Water is very, very healing. So if we're trying to detach from things we've learned and things that are ingrained in our being because we watched everybody, or there was significant people in our lives that modeled this behavior for you, if you're trying to heal that shit, it's going to require more than you just wanting to heal that shit. Sometimes we got to be a little bit more honest with ourselves. Girl, and I say this because I be catching myself like, okay, you said that, so what's that mean? What you really doing? You want to heal? I be seeing all this shit on fucking Instagram. Oh, heal. I'll be like, how are they really like... It just makes me think, is everybody really healing like that? Is everybody really trying to heal like that? I'm not trying to toot, beat, but it's important for us to, if you really want something, it's like a daily thing. Or almost daily. Like, you don't have to be perfect. I'm not fucking perfect. But the intention, how are we going to facilitate this healing? Do you need to write something? Do you need to take an intentional shower, an intentional bath? Do you need to do a ceremony? Do you need to be praying? Do you need to take 5 minutes to do this and to ask the angels and the ancestors and the spirit guides to help you release this shit? And let your imagination play in that 5 minutes. Let them come in. That's how they work. We have to give them the time and the space for them to do their work. We pray. That's our work. That's us being like, this is what I need. And meditation is them giving it to us. They work through us through meditation, visualization, through being still for a bit. 2 of Pentacles, flexibility. So it's important for you to know that you're going to be, this is a time of bending, it's a time of stretching in a different way. This is a time of change, making choices that are going to really help you with your future. Page of Cups, inventiveness. This is a new developing emotional, it's also cups. So you got 2 cups here. In between this 2 of Pentacles, which is about choices. You have choices about your mental health that are on the table for you at this time. You have choices about your physical vitality that are on the table at this time. Pentacles are body and health. The key word for this card is flexibility. Whether it's literal flexibility in your body, what can your body do? Or it's metaphorical flexibility in like how, you know, in your scheduling, or I guess that's physical too, but what is it for you? Being creative, inventiveness is very creative. Intuition is a very creative energy, very receptive, feminine yin energy. It's time to heal that shit, friends. And it's not going to get healed if we just go and talk about it. We talk about it for years. I talked about my shit for a long time, so I guess I understand the time that it takes to actually get going. Water signs, please. It's time. 4 minutes. 3.5 minutes. Water signs. Water signs. Water signs. Contemplation, yes. Contemplation. Contemplation is similar to meditation. The difference between contemplation and meditation is contemplation, the intent is to let these kind of thoughts and ideas kind of process through you on their own time, kind of work their way out and kind of evolve over time. You can contemplate in the car, you can contemplate while you're walking, you can contemplate while you're cleaning. Whereas meditation is like a very, you know, close your eyes and try and clear the thoughts so that the higher stuff can come in. Try not to think, right? They don't want you to think while you meditate. Kick it around, contemplation. Enjoy your own company. This is a wonderful time for you to reorganize and consider the things you enjoy most in your life. Make a point of spending a little time allowing your mind to wander from the everyday concerns that occupy your time. Give yourself an opportunity to be inspired. Girl, boy, I've been doing this like a motherfucker lately. Ruminate in your inner voice and listen to your own counsel. Just go there and let it be okay. I've been really fantasizing lately about what I want in a relationship. And doing it in a way that doesn't make, I don't feel bad. I don't feel sad because it's not here. I just am like, ooh, I can't wait. I know it's coming. I'll put that energy out there thick. Like I want him to do this and I want him to be like this. And then you know what I always do after that? I'll be like, turn it on myself. Ooh, I want me to do this to myself. How do I feel that? Can I love myself like that to myself? I always turn it back on me because we know it starts here. So that's just something too. Whatever you want in your mate, you better be able to give it to yourself. But can you love you that way? But can you love you that way? Alexandra. Water signs, please. Water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You guys are the deep divers. So I know you get what I'm saying. I know you guys get it. You guys are fucking deep. Okay, cut. One last one of these. Okay. Booty. Somebody else got this card today too. Against the grain. Crazy. Number 4. So look, you have a pattern that's been the way it has been for years and years. And so it's going to take some time and effort and consistency. Whoa, time's up. Well, you know I was having fun when I fucking missed the cutoff time. My camera always shuts off around 29.49. So this is against the grain. You're undoing things that have been the way that they've been for years. So you gotta be gentle too, right? Honesty's key. Be honest with yourself, but you gotta be gentle too. And know that it's not a straight line. This shit goes up and down, back and forth, sideways, upside down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your progress will go back, then go forward, go back a few steps, a little bit more, and then you know what I'm saying? So it's be easy on you. Okay, water signs, I love you guys. Happy motherfucking 2021. Please hit the like button, please subscribe, and please share my shit. Thanks, guys.